Your 5.0 Coyote either has a real shot at 200,000 miles, or it is already carrying the latent repair costs that will make sure it never gets there. And here is the uncomfortable question. Do you actually know which one is true? Most F-150 owners make the 200,000 decision the wrong way. They judge their engine by how it feels, not by what the numbers say about their specific maintenance history, their specific failure profile, and what reaching that mileage actually costs versus what walking away costs. We pulled real ownership data, repair histories, compression records, private market transaction prices, from Coyotes that made 200,000 and ones that did not. The difference between those two groups is not luck. It is 4 variables that show up consistently, and 3 of them you can still influence right now. But before we get to the math that determines whether your Coyote makes it, we need to address the number most people are already using to make this decision, because it is the wrong number, and it has cost a lot of F-150 owners a lot of money. The number everyone uses and why it is wrong for your truck. The number most F-150 owners use to decide whether their Coyote is worth keeping or walking away from is current mileage. If your odometer is low, you stop worrying. If your mileage is high, you start thinking about exits. That logic sounds reasonable. It is not how your engine fails. Your Coyote's actual condition at any mileage is determined by the accumulated quality of its maintenance history, how consistently the right fluids were used, at what intervals, under what load conditions, and whether the early warning signs of this engine's specific failure points were caught before they cascaded. 2 Coyotes with identical odometer readings can be in completely different conditions. One is worth running to 200,000 miles without hesitation. The other is carrying $4,000 to $8,000 in latent repair costs that will present themselves on a schedule you did not choose. Mileage tells you how long your engine has been running. It tells you almost nothing about what condition your engine is in. The owners who make the best decisions about their Coyote replace mileage as their primary variable with something that actually measures what they are trying to understand. A compression test on your Coyote costs $80 to $150 and tells you the actual sealing condition of all 8 cylinders. A leak-down test paired with it tells you where any compression loss is going, past your rings, past your valves, or into your cooling system. Those 2 tests together give you a real picture of your engine's internal condition that your odometer cannot approximate. Before you make any decision about your Coyote's long-term future, those tests belong on your list. Everything else is a guess dressed up as a plan. And it gets worse. The owners who skip those tests and rely on feel are the ones who get blindsided. Your Coyote at 150,000 miles on degraded rings can still feel strong at highway cruise. It will not feel strong at 165,000 miles when the cylinder that has been losing compression quietly crosses a threshold. The engine that felt fine for years stops feeling fine at the worst possible moment, not because something suddenly broke, but because something slowly deteriorating finally crossed a line. A compression test before that line is information. After that line, it is a repair bill you did not see coming. That's not even the most expensive place where your Coyote's history catches up to you. The maintenance split, where your Coyote's 200K odds are actually set. In the ownership data, comparing Coyotes that reached 200,000 miles to ones that required major internal work between 120,000 and 160,000 miles, the single most consistent differentiator is not which owner drove hardest or towed the most. It is oil change interval and fluid specification on your specific engine. Coyotes that made 200,000 with no major internal work were overwhelmingly maintained on full synthetic 5W20 changed at 5,000 miles or less. Not the factory extended interval, not the oil life monitor stretched on a truck running hot. 5,000 miles or less, full synthetic correct viscosity. That pattern shows up in the records of successful high-mileage Coyotes with a consistency that is not coincidental. But here's the twist. The Coyotes that failed early were not all neglected trucks. A meaningful subset of them had documented oil changes, but on conventional oil or on synthetic blends, or at 7,500-mile intervals on a truck that towed regularly. Your Coyote's variable cam timing system runs on oil pressure and oil chemistry. Your cam phaser solenoids, your phaser actuators, your oil control valves, all of it depends on oil still carrying its full viscosity and additive protection at the current mileage between changes. An oil 3 weeks from its next change on a truck that has been towing in summer heat has given up more of its protection than you think. And then the first component to show the consequence on your engine is your cam phaser system. Your cam phaser job caught at early symptom, the cold start rattle that disappears in 30 seconds, runs $2,800 to $4,200 for a full 4-phaser replacement. The same job, after a compromised phaser has begun wearing your timing chain guides, runs $4,500 to $7,800. The difference between those numbers is not the severity of the failure. It is how long your oil maintenance habits gave the problem time to develop. Your oil is either buying your cam phaser's time or taking it away. That is what the data shows. The real cost of $200,000 on your Coyote. Here is the part of this conversation most people avoid because it requires being honest about their specific situation. Running your Coyote to 200,000 miles is not just a question about your engine. It is a financial question, and the math only works if you run it correctly. The average Coyote that reaches 200,000 miles in good condition has absorbed between $3,200 and $5,800 in scheduled and unscheduled maintenance costs between 100,000 and 200,000 miles. That number covers one full fluid service cycle, one timing chain and phaser inspection with any associated work, coolant system service, including your crossover fitting, spark plugs, and the incidental repairs that appear on any high-mileage engine. It is the cost of running your engine at the level the data says is required to reach the 200,000 outcome. This is where most people get it completely wrong. They compare that maintenance cost against nothing, against the fantasy of their truck running for free. The correct comparison is against your replacement cost. Your F-150 in the 150,000 to 180,000 mile range in solid shape represents a private party value of $18,000 to $26,000 depending on trim and market. Selling your truck and replacing it involves transaction costs, potential financing costs, and the full depreciation exposure on whatever comes next. The cost of running your existing Coyote to $200,000 on a proper maintenance budget is almost always significantly lower than your total cost of replacement. The math is not close when you include the full picture, but it only works if your engine is actually healthy. The 3 variables that determine whether your Coyote makes it. Based on the ownership data, 3 variables predict whether your specific Coyote reaches 200,000 miles without a major engine event, better than any other information you can gather on your truck. The first is your current compression test result. A healthy Coyote at 150,000 miles shows readings across all 8 cylinders within 10% of each other and within 15% of spec. Any cylinder low by more than 15% from spec is a finding that changes your planning. A cylinder with significantly different leak-down characteristics from the others points at a specific failure mode worth diagnosing before it progresses. The second is your oil change documentation. Not what you remember, what you can prove with receipts or service records. If your documentation is clean and shows the right fluid at the right intervals, your cam phaser and timing chain risk is meaningfully lower than average. If your records have gaps or show extended intervals on a truck that towed regularly, your risk profile for your 2 most expensive Coyote failure modes is elevated. That is information that tells you where to spend your inspection budget. The third is your coolant crossover tube condition, the plastic fitting in the valley of your engine that most Coyote owners have never looked at. If it is cracked and weeping coolant into your engine valley, you may be driving a truck that has coolant in its oil circuit right now without knowing it. Pull your oil cap, look at the underside. If you see white or gray residue, stop driving your truck and find the source before you add another mile. A crossover fitting replacement is $150 to $250 in parts and labor. The bearing wear from coolant-contaminated oil running undetected is the kind of repair bill that ends your $200,000 conversation permanently. Stay with me, because what these 3 variables add up to is a decision framework that actually works, unlike the odometer reading you have been using. The honest decision about your truck. If your compression test comes back clean, your oil documentation is consistent on the right fluid and intervals, and your coolant crossover is intact, your Coyote is almost certainly a 200,000-mile candidate, and keeping your truck almost certainly beats replacing it on the math. If your compression test shows a weak cylinder, or your documentation has significant gaps, or your oil cap shows a coolant issue you did not know about, your decision gets more complicated, but it is still a decision to make with real information rather than gut feel or mileage anxiety. A weak cylinder at 150,000 miles is not automatically a new engine. It is a finding that requires a leak-down test, a diagnosis, and a repair estimate, which may or may not change your 200,000 plan. Your Coyote is either a 200,000-mile engine or it is not. That question has a real answer, and it is not on your odometer. It is in your compression results, your service records, and the underside of your oil cap. Get the information. Make the decision with numbers. Your truck deserves that, and so does your wallet. Hit subscribe if this kind of real number breakdown is what you want more of. And if your Coyote is approaching the window where your cam phasers become the critical variable, the specific cold start symptoms to watch for, what the repair involves on your engine, and exactly when to act to keep the cost in the lower range. That video is already on this channel. The difference between catching it on your terms and catching it on your engine's terms is a number you do not want to learn the hard way.